I'm going to read out something to you, then you'll know where I'm going. Our number 4 was named captain of the club following the departures of Jordan Henderson this summer. Has looked back to his best, with the exception of some displays. But former Chelsea man Jason Cundy believes the 32-year-old cannot be compared to the likes of Sol Campbell, John Terry and Rio Ferdinand. He goes on to say he can do this, Van Dijk. Sometimes he puts in displays where you say he's rubbish. And not only does he head the ball in a direction that you don't want him to, personally, I think he's overrated. So let me just address Mr. Cundy for a moment, if I can. Jason, you are a fool. Now, not only are you a fool, you're an embarrassing fool. Remember when your former club were playing Manchester City and you were celebrating when Manchester City were about to go through against your former club because you wanted to, I don't know what, be edgy? You're not edgy, you're a mouthy fool. That's all Cundy is. A rent-a-mouth on a channel, on a station that is just for the lowest common denominator. That is just there to bait people. And they just put these loudmouth morons behind the microphone. For what? Nobody even knows who Cundy is. Like, I know who he is because I'm old. But the rest of the world don't know who Jason Cundy is. They just know him as this balding dope that sits behind a microphone giving it this, acting like he had a career that puts... You are fit to lace Virgil Van Dijk's boots, you little moron. Shut up, Cundy. Honest, who gives these lads a job? I know that's all they're there to do is bait people, but all they're doing is adding to the world's problems. We don't need more rent-a-mouths. That's what I'm for. That's what fan channels are for. Nobody cares what Cundy has to say. All Cundy is a gobby little fool. End of conversation. End of debate. Stop it, Cundy. No one cares. You're irrelevant, you little twat. Honestly, he's a dope. He's a... Dennis said, I'm 70 and I don't know him. He's full of it, mate, honestly. You're not missing anything, Dennis. You're not missing anything, pal. Craig TalkSport called. They wonder if you'd be pundit with Cundy interested. There is no amount of money, and I mean this seriously, not like the other lad who talks out one side of his mouth and then does something else. There is no amount of money that I would lower myself to work on TalkSport. None. There isn't a number. Honestly, they could offer me 150 grand a year to work on TalkSport, and I'd tell them to stick it. I couldn't look myself in the mirror, knowing that my whole existence would be to just bait people and say stupid stuff to get a reaction. The only person that I've got any somewhat of respect for that does occasional stuff on TalkSport is Dara McAnthony, because I like Dara. He's a good guy. And I call Dara properly edgy. Not stupid, edgy. Good guy. Edgy, like his opinions. Get on with him really well. Think Dara's a lovely fella. But a lot of the other people on there, like, nobody wrote a letter to Sky and said, Dear Sky, any chance we could have a little bit more of Gabby Agbonlahor, because we don't feel like our footballing needs are being fulfilled by the highbrow level of punditry that's out there in the world. We need a little bit more of Jason Cundy and Gabby Agbonlahor. Nobody's ever said that. Ever. Ever. Because nobody gives a shit. Let's be honest. Virgil makes one mistake the whole season. He's now overrated. It's just, they say it because they know it's going to bait us. That's why they do it. And rather than the world saying, we don't want this level of stupidity, we don't want this moronic level of punditry, people bite on it. And look, I've bitten on it, so I'm as guilty as anybody. But we deserve better. The football public deserve better. We deserve proper, informed debate, not the ramblings of a moron. Some might say this is the ramblings of a moron, but, you know, this is my platform. You know, I'm not being paid by somebody else to come in and share views. These are my honest views. There's no part of me that believes for 1 second that Jason Cundy thinks Van Dijk's not a good centre-back. He's full of shit. I guarantee it, if he met Van Dijk, he'd be, oh, Virg, oh, you're so great. Can I have a photo, Virg? For the gram, can I have a photo, Virg? Oh, Virg, you're great. Yeah, you're a little rat, Cundy. This chat was all over VVD yesterday, this match as well, because he made a mistake. But nobody said yesterday. See, there again, Jay Muse, is the difference between what we say during a watch-along and what Cundy said. What we said was Virg put in a poor performance in the first half, and Virg made a mistake. We didn't go on to say that his whole career has been overrated, and he doesn't deserve to be mentioned alongside Terry, Ferdinand, all these other people. See, that's the difference, pal. We're Liverpool fans. We're supposed to criticise and critique a performance of a player and say that we expect better. But that's one game. We're not writing off the man's entire career and calling him overhyped. And if you can't spot the difference of that, I can't help you.